All right, what's up, guys? Last week, if you watched my DeRanking video, I was discussing the particular strategy of losing games intentionally so that you could play against weaker competition during the weekends and get wins a lot easier. And it got my goat a little bit because I play solid all the time, meaning that I'm not deranking and trying to game the system. I'm actually playing the game in earnest and trying to learn the mechanics and learn the cards and, you know, learn the meta strategies between the different gods and whatnot. Anyway, so it got my goat a little bit because last weekend I started playing games on Friday, and sure enough, all through the week I was fine. I was competitive, everything was good, and then suddenly I ran into a bunch of players that were suddenly in my bracket. I was Auric Gold and had just come out of Midnight Shadow, and we ended up, me in particular, just getting my ass handed to me over and over and over again by these decks that just did not belong in the bracket I had been playing in. And so, right, everybody says deranking. And so I ran into a particular guy, and it stood out because he had such a superior deck to mine that he probably would have beat me 8 times out of 10, something like that. I'd have to just get really lucky to beat the guy. And so I wanted to point out that, so not only am I just bitching and moaning about it, sure I am, but I'm just saying that everybody does this, and people pointed out in the last video in the comments, look at all the Mythic guys, they're all doing it, etc., so on. And I get it, all right, I understand. But I did want to point out that I had a suspicion about a particular player, and so I thought, just for shits and giggles, right, we'll just take a look at what he did this week and see if it was an anomaly thing or if he actually was intentionally deranking. And what we're looking at is our good boy Faffable right here. Just the same guy from the last video that we did. And sure enough, wouldn't you know it, exactly like I had described. It was no accident. It wasn't a bad run at an opportune time. He was intentionally deranking. And, you know, again, I hate to call people out intentionally as specific individuals, especially when everybody does this. But I did run into this guy, and it's the one that made me scratch my head. I mean, he isn't playing like a super OP deck or anything, but definitely his cards on average are much better than my decks. So that's what got me to look him up and to say, okay, well, maybe this guy's deranking. Again, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Well, lightning struck twice, and we have Faffable here, and as you can see, this week he did his thing again, and he did exactly this. He did the derank, right? So not only did he drop a couple hundred, nearly 300 points. It happened again on just before January 21st. And you all know what the day January 21st is. That's today. I'm recording this late in the day, January 21st Pacific time. And so, of course, early this morning before, probably about 4 a.m. Pacific time before the weekend event happened, what did he do? He deranked again. And so clearly and obviously, this is a problem, not just for, people that want to play and learn the game and do it the right way, but it's becoming a problem because people are gaming the system because there's a monetary advantage. So again, lest you think I'm just trying to start a war with this guy, I don't care. He's a normal guy like us, probably a guy, gal, whatever, but just wants to get ahead in the game. Well, there are other ways, again, like I said, there's so many cards, there's so many different metas. Spend your time doing it the right way, not gaming the system at the expense of guys like me that have a worse deck than you, right? So what's going to happen? I haven't played this weekend, my weekend event yet, but I am pretty sure I'm just going to get my ass handed to me because I didn't derank like everybody else did. So everybody goes down 250 points. I get my ass kicked, and then I get, 6 or 10 wins or something like that out of 25 games. Well, it's not the level of play I'm used to in the brackets I'm supposed to be in, but that's the way it's going with these guys. So in any case, I wanted to point out that my suspicion seems founded. And if you look at the blow up here of Faffable and his actual, wow, it's incredible. He's got, so far this weekend, for the weekend event today, he's got 14 ranked wins out of 14 games. Man, this guy must be the best player ever, right? Nah, not really. So point being, I didn't want to just bitch and moan about this, but I did want to talk about that this deranking is a problem, and they are looking to fix this. So this is a Reddit thread from the Gods Unchained subreddit, and I want to just point this out that this is what's happening right here. They said, this is the highlight in the middle. It says, regarding D-Rankers, we had a new project manager join this week, and the first thing they're working on is a rebuild of weekend ranked rules. The goal is to adjust the system to reward those who achieve higher ranks, so there is no incentive to drop rank. And so that's a good thing, all right? So that again, they've recognized this is an issue, that the players with better decks are dropping down and basically stealing equity from the lower players. Like I said in the other video, I think it's a bad move long term, but whatever. You can't tell everybody in the world what to do. They're going to do them, I'm going to do me. But here's the crazy part, is that not only they got a new project manager that's working on this particular thing, check this out, it gets better. It seems like the weekend ranked is going to stay. So they're just looking to maybe revamp it, change the rules a little bit so that if you are higher up, you get better rewards, which would actually make them stay in their own brackets and Mythic, Ethereal, Diamond, wherever they belong. And then leave the rest of us bottom feeders, and I say that facetiously because I'm getting better at this game, earning more cards, and getting my metas in place and all the rest of this. I'm learning, and so are you, and that's the point of this. So at least they'll leave us in our spot to compete fairly in the same space that we have been, instead of suddenly have all these Ethereal Diamond guys just dumping down on our heads with these amazing decks. So anyway, I just wanted to point this out. There's a couple things just to take out of this video, and number one is they're working on this, so a fix is on the way. I don't know how soon it will be. Hopefully it's sooner rather than later. But the second thing, it seems to be that they're going to keep the weekend ranked games around, which has been a super popular boon to many accounts being made, more people playing these games on a regular basis. So this is a good thing. Again, like I said, I didn't want to make this as a start a war with this Faffable guy. I forgive you, my friend. You're not the only one doing it. But the thing is that there's two things out of this. One, Immutable is going to fix it. And number two, it seems like good news for us and good news for the game. The weekend ranked is going to stay around. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Don't take it that way. If you love these videos, do the things. Leave the thumbs up, subscribe, tell a friend. Thank you so much for listening and watching. We'll see you in the next one.